Welcome back. In your morning medical news, President Trump blocks federal funding for virus research in countries deemed high risk. An executive order signed yesterday will end support for gain-of-function studies in nations like China and Iran. The ban targets research similar to what was happening in Wuhan before COVID-19 emerged, where scientists alter viruses to study potential mutations. The order also directs health agencies to identify and eliminate any biological research that could threaten American public health.
The vast majority of science will go on under this as normal, but the fraction of this research that has the risk of causing a pandemic, harming every single person on the face of the earth, we're going to put it, this proclamation, this executive order puts in place a framework to make sure that the public has a say, that if such a risk is being taken, that only scientists alone won't be able to decide that.
The White House said it'll also prohibit any future funding of research on viruses with pandemic potential. New research, meanwhile, showing marijuana use during pregnancy significantly increases risks to babies. A comprehensive analysis found cannabis use by expectant mothers raises the chance of premature birth by 52%. The study also showed a 75% higher risk of low birth weight and increased danger of infant mortality. The findings come as marijuana use among pregnant Americans more than doubled between 2002 and 2017. Chemicals found in many plastic products you may have in your home are linked to heart disease deaths around the world. According to a new study, Mandy Gaither looks at the research and has ways you can limit your family's exposure to the chemicals.
They're often called everywhere chemicals because they're so common. Phthalates are added to products like plastic food containers, vinyl flooring, shampoo, makeup, even children's toys.
Itself is a colorless, odorless liquid that does not evaporate. Okay, so just imagine that. That's what phthalates are. That's why they're called the forever chemicals.
Dr. Sanjay Gupta says these chemicals make products more durable and flexible, but a new global study found they may also have contributed to more than 10% of all global mortality from heart disease in 2018 among men and women ages 55 through 64.
350,000 deaths linked to this chemical, which I just find extraordinary because, again, we spend our whole lives eating right, exercising, doing all these things. These chemicals, for a lot of people, they just have tremendous exposure to them.
Gupta says there are ways to limit exposure to these chemicals. Avoid eating out of plastics and microwaving or warming plastics in appliances like a dishwasher. He says that can release more of these chemicals. Instead, opt for glass or stainless steel food storage containers. Also, avoid products with these chemicals, like things that have added fragrances and nonstick pots and pans. And if you do use plastics, pay attention to the type you're buying.
There's different types of plastics. You want to avoid 3, 6, and 7 specifically. Those are the plastics that have the most phthalates in them.
Interesting. Did not know that. And in earlier studies, phthalates have also been linked to reproductive problems, including genital malformations and lower sperm counts and even testosterone levels in adult males. Studies have also linked these chemicals to asthma, childhood obesity, even cancer.